How far would you go to find out
I'm a genealogy geek.
about your family's history?
You have to love connecting the dots
How many hoops
that I had to transcribe.
would you be willing to jump through
I have been doing genealogy for 14 years.
to get the answers you're looking for?
It takes a long time.
Lin Stuhler learned some things along the way about her family.
I found out that my 8th great-grandmother was hanged as a witch.
But she also learned sometimes the dots aren't so easy to connect.
Her name was Margaret or Pumpman.
Her great-grandmother.
I didn't know really anything about her.
Lynn did know that in her early 70s, her great-grandmother had been sent to what was then known as the Willard Asylum for the Insane, an institution along Seneca Lake.
Now, this was in the 20s, so they couldn't take care of her.
Beyond that, the trail dried up. And as Lynn soon found out, thousands of other families were in the same boat.
There's a lot of people who have family members, great-grandmothers, great-aunts, that were treated here, and they don't know what happened to them.
On a recent Saturday, hundreds attended a once-a-year open house at Willard, benefiting a children's center located on the campus.
We're all going to go to the building that's marked where your tour leader is holding up his sign.
Many, just like Lynn, trying to find pieces to a puzzle.
You hear stories about people who were hospitalized for, anxiety or depression, things that you wouldn't be hospitalized for today.
And that
It's just frustrating.
is where the search gets tricky. The State Office of Mental Health can't give out medical records, even for those who died decades ago.
And this is not a question of patient confidentiality.
Lynn sent her first letter requesting information about her great-grandmother in 2007.
It took 7 months just for the first response.
She has stacks of rejection letters.
We cannot be sure that it would not be offensive to others.
Rejections not only for mental records, but also any record pertaining to where her grandmother was buried.
This is the site of 5,776 people buried from Willard.
And that,
They have nothing but a number.
for people with loved ones laid to rest in state cemeteries, many overgrown and unkempt, that
It's terrible.
is the real crime.
And they're inactive. And there's no reason not to let their names be known.
Names like her grandmother's, who died at Willard 4 years after she was sent there. Lynn knows of at least 17 state hospital cemeteries located in New York, none still operational. The dead buried not by name, only by number.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Through public records and years of searching, Lynn was finally able to find that her great-grandmother was buried, not at Willard, but at a state cemetery in Penn Yan.
Well, I've been writing letters since 2008 and I'm sick of it.
Through the piles of letters she's penned, through a blog she keeps, and through a book she's written, Lynn is fighting to change state laws which prohibit the release of decades-old information to families.
They need to step out of the way and take care of the living. Forget about, these people have been dead for 100 years.
And I think those people have every right to know what happened to their family member.
There is hope. State Senator Joe Roebuck has sponsored Senate Bill S-2514, which would finally open up certain records, including death and burial records, to families.
Certainly to know how somebody died, what year they died, where they were buried in a government facility. I think that information should be public.
It makes you feel really bad because somebody's buried here. This is somebody's mother or father or sister or brother, and it's not right.
Willard was closed as a state psychiatric center in 1995. On the grounds today is a state prison facility used to treat drug addicts.
You have to have that answer.
Lin Stuhler is more interested in the past, and she's tired of jumping through hoops.
There's no reason. They're just dragging their feet.
Seth Voorhees, YNN.